watch this episode of Outside, please do me a favor and subscribe. It would mean a lot and make me very happy, cause most of the time I'm feeling pretty crappy. I love making videos, exploring the lands, but I don't need a lot and it's cold in this van. So if you like my stuff, please like and subscribe. Enough of you do, I might just not die.
I look out across the water, I smell the salt, I feel the breeze, but in my heart I hear the calling of my old home, Tennessee. We don't know where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses when and where to blow. The sun is gonna rise each and every time, but I've still got Tennessee on my mind. From Reaper's Fork to Watertown, and maybe Johnson City or Memphis bound. No matter where I go, no matter what I see, I still hear the calling of Tennessee. And who we to know where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses when and where to blow. The sun is gonna rise each and every time, and I've still got Tennessee on my mind. I miss the smoke on the Cumberland and the fireflies at midnight, and the color of the leaves in the fall. Who are we to know where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses when and where to blow? The sun is gonna rise each and every time, and I've still got Tennessee on. Yeah, I've still got Tennessee on my mind.
On July 30th, 1954, a young unknown musician named Elvis Presley opened up for Slim Whitman on this stage for what many historians consider to be the very first rock and roll show of all time. Admission to this concert cost $1, and he was so nervous as he performed, he began to tap his leg to the beat of the music, and that caused the ladies in the audience to lose their minds, and a legend was born, the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, right here where I am standing, his very first live performance in Memphis, Tennessee, at the Overton Park Shell, this big, beautiful outdoor venue. And yeah, Elvis Presley. You can pretty much thank him for every lick of music that you have heard in your lifetime. Him and his generation of musicians just, I mean, they changed music forever. And every band that you've ever heard of can thank Elvis Presley and his buddies for the work they did paving the way for modern music. Legendary. Vagabond out. All right, the Memphis Zoo, right there next to the Overton Park Shell. I could not afford to go in, so I just gave it a little drive-by. Same with Graceland. Could not afford to get in there. They want crazy money to get into Graceland, and the theme of this episode of Outside is the vagabond being incredibly broke. Couldn't really afford to do anything except kind of drive around and check the place out. Yeah, the mansion there at Graceland would have loved to get in there, but they want minimum $100, $200 to get in. For about $50, you can do the exterior, you can get into the planes. Couldn't even afford to do that. So anyway, here's one of Elvis's private jets that you can tour. I'm sure it's pretty sweet inside and all decked out Elvis style, but I would not know because I couldn't get in there. Maybe one day I'll come back with money, my fault for being broke. Anyway, yeah, Graceland seems pretty cool, It's a real racket. They've got these tour buses just going back and forth all day, back and forth, just shuffling people in and out. My goodness, Lisa Marie Presley, Elvis's only child, is just making money hand over fist on this place. I read that she makes $10 million a year on this place. Must be pretty sweet, to make $10 million a year because your daddy was good at music. Anyway, they got horses in there. I looked over the wall. This wall is covered in artwork and signatures and messages of love. People love Elvis. This is where the broke people come, where they can't get in. They just write stuff on the wall, Yeah, loved Memphis. It was great, but I was broke. It was freezing cold, and I just needed to get south. I needed to get to New Orleans as quickly as possible, so to be honest, I rushed through it a little bit. I didn't even get a chance to eat anything good, just not fun. Not fun. Yeah. Stumbled upon this really cool building called Crosstown Concourse. They've got art exhibits. They've got a theater. You can hear live music. You can see a show. They got little restaurants. They got all sorts of stuff. Once again, couldn't afford to spend any money in there, but I walked around and checked it out. The place is really, really cool. They've even got an Elvis pinball machine. Oh my goodness, this town loves its Elvis. Wow, yeah, Elvis. He's everywhere. Lorraine Motel here in Memphis, Tennessee, which has since been turned into the National Civil Rights Museum, was the place where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated on April 4th, 1968. The guy who did it, James Earl Ray, fled the country and was apprehended at London's Heathrow Airport. About 2 months later, extradited back to the U.S. and sentenced to 99 years in prison. That little asshole killed a guy who basically just wanted to make positive change in this world and did nothing but preach peace. He wanted peace. So he was gunned down like many other major figures of the 1960s who wanted to make positive change. And yeah, that's America for you. There's a big conspiracy. Was the government in on it? Was the Memphis police in on it? I don't know. All I know is that guy went to jail for it. So, yeah.